Hi everyone, Stephen Daniel Kakmak here from McConnell Bourne. Now that Easter is well and truly over, we wanted to shine the spotlight on the Artarmon housing market and how we fared for the first quarter of 2021. The first quarter of 2020 last year was an interesting start, very similar to this. In fact, some may say that conditions now are better than they were at the beginning of 2020. But towards the end of 2020 or the first quarter, we went into that COVID lockdown period. So in the first quarter of 2020, we saw 3 houses transact in that quarter, whereas we've seen that number increase to 7 for the first quarter of 2021. Whilst demand is still as high as ever, the average sale prices marginally increased from about 2.816 by just under 4%. So it's sitting on just over 2.92 at the moment.
Stock levels, I think they're remaining continuously tight. I mean, Artarmon is notoriously known for being tightly held and well sought after, and that's evident still here. Even though the number of sales has doubled for the quarter, we're still far behind on what we should be sitting at by this time in an average 5-year rolling period.
So we don't know how long this market's going to continue at this pace. The banks have eased up on lending criteria, which means it's easier for people to get finance. They've also increased people's borrowing capacity, which means people are borrowing more money and getting it from their financial institutions. However, we think at some point this market is going to give. We don't know when, but demand is still pretty high at the moment.
Yeah, so if you wanted to get a bit of an update on where things are at with your own home or the market in general, look, feel free to reach out. We'll be happy to have a chat.
Thanks for listening. Have a good afternoon.